Right, we should be go. Welcome to another brand new Let's Play that's getting interrupted by this. If I press the button, it'll help. This is Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's on the Switch, which has been a right fucking pain in the ass to get working, but to get it recording. Obviously, the Switch works, but the recording setup took a bit more effort. I wanted to do a Let's Play of this for a while. I have played this game before, so it's not my first rodeo. The beauty of Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is like 2021, I think, this will be by far the most modern game that I've covered on the channel. And if you're not familiar, this is a classic, JRPG. There's nothing. We're not going to be creating any characters in this one. I've completed it like once already. Fire Emblem has a lot of different, or Three Houses more specifically, has quite a few different ways you can go. Depending on how you feel about such things, it either has like an admirable level of variation. Like, you will need to play it through several times if you want to experience all the content. And not just like a different ending. Even by Fallout standards, like, this gets pretty wildly divergent. So I've done 2 playthroughs out of, I'd say I've done 1.5 playthroughs. Got to the ending screen on one of them, got quite near the end, and then, for reasons I don't want to get into because it will kind of spoil it, didn't stop the other. So we're going to start a new game on this. I'm looking completely at the wrong screen, looking at OBS. I will try and we get the option New Game Plus, which will make our lives a lot easier if we choose to use it, or we're not going to choose to use it. We want the authentic experience of what it would be like to play it for the first time. There is some DLC around in this. I'm not really very good at explaining which DLC it is because it's not. It's my copy of the game, because I've got my own copy, but it's not my Switch. So unfortunately, it gets a little bit. I'll try and say this is DLC content. This is not. There's going to be a few cutscenes in this. It's going to be pretty slow going the first episode because it gives a lot of context to the plot and what we're doing. No, we do not want to do that. Right, so there's 3 difficulty settings on this, and it's really, really weird combination. Once upon a time there were only 2, and then they put the 3rd one in. Normal is very easy. Hard is easy. And Maddening is maddening. Maddening going to be like significantly harder than hard. Now, the way I wanted to do it, I wanted to get a really good outcome in the quest while also doing it on Maddening with a house, one of the 3 houses named in the title. I've never played before. I did some test playthroughs, basically while I was waiting for I needed a video capture device to get this all working so I could stream it. There was some, I did some test playthroughs on Maddening. I'd never played it on Maddening before. Jesus, it's hard. It is tough. You can turn the difficulty down later, but you can't turn it up, which is fair. I quite like that as a system. We will go Maddening, but I reserve the right to change my mind. If we are going Maddening, do we then want to go Classic? No, we'll go Casual. We're not going to play Light. Oh, there's another one. Cutscene inbound.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die! 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 You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Cool. With that video, I hope this is all coming through okay. I did some basic testing. It's a bit hard to test with cutscenes. But anyway, welcome to Anime Land. There's going to be a lot more anime before we're done here. basically we play the character of Byleth. Byleth we can shape to a degree. You can decide whether you want to be male Byleth or female Byleth. There are some gameplay differences as well. They have different abilities. The consensus opinion is that female Byleth is slightly stronger, but on the plus side, male Byleth doesn't look like a bug-eyed freak. That's something of a meme, and I was like, I've never really thought about it before, and now it's been pointed out to me when I look at her in the cutscenes. It's like, yes, her eyes are about 20% bigger than the next person with the biggest eyes, so we're not going to go the bug. We're going to add yet another thing we have to overcome. We are going to go Gyleth. Is this form correct? I mean, correct's a bit strong, but still we're going.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you, anyway? I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, the very first playthrough I did, I actually named the guy Fire Emblem, which was, or Fire End it had to be, which was absolutely hilarious, but I think in the spirit of the viewers, we'll stick to Byleth.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
So there are months that correspond to our own months and days that correspond to our own days. I did see one Let's Play of somebody who put in their actual date of birth on that. I don't think I'm going to do that, so we'll go... Well, Verdant Rain always sounds good, and that number will be not looking... Oh, right, okay. It stops every time we do that. Right, okay, fine. 19th of August.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
Yeah, that is weird.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
So before we begin as well, so that person is sleeping. I didn't realise she actually started snoring and pressed the button by now. Fire Emblem it's an anime plot, for better or for worse. The good news with the anime plot is that it doesn't hold your hand. Like, it is... There are bits of the story that I fucking hate. The first playthrough, I was like raging at some of it, and I'll probably start raging at some of it this time. But there's other bits of it that's quite good. It's quite... I don't know what the word is. Like, it's unpredictable, and it... I want to say gets under your skin, because that implies it's like more serious than it is. It's like a, you know, PG-13, well, maybe slightly more than that. I guess we've just seen somebody just be stabbed to death, but like, it's not particularly dark. It's just, you get in the habit of wanting things to happen, and the game will often say no. But then in the next sentence, you'll get like just, you know, people somersaulting through the air and stuff, and it's like...
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
Yes. So we can immediately choose straight from the off whether we want to appear to our father as a nonce or as a psychopath. We will go that one.
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Right, he was not ready. Right, okay, so these are my old save files. There is the test one. You can see the name of the character there, Testlith, so I managed to get nearly 4 hours just into a test thing. We'll save this. Okay, you might notice there a bit of a hasty cut and edit. I think we were all over the place with the audio levels. The video is looking a bit sketchy too, but I might have to fix that on the next one. So yeah, right, combat.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village.
That still looks quite nice. I can make. I'll try that.
Take down the enemies.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the combat of Fire Emblem. I'll try and yeah, I'll let you see as many of those as I can.
Ready and willing.
Oh, no. So the tutorial.
Weak.
Yeah.
Stay focused.
Things will be.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Yeah. So this is a tutorial, which we get this even though we're playing on Maddening. That said, we shouldn't underestimate it, because
I'll cut through.
these are very much highest difficulty level enemies.
Over already.
They're going to attack us in such a way that as long as we don't do anything too ridiculous, we should
I will
be,
prevail.
should be okay. But safety is not a guarantee.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy.
Cool, yeah. So terrain is one of the things we will tend to use to our advantage.
Yes, good.
Yeah. That might well have been already quite obvious. But
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
yeah, sure. We might as well do this now. Basically, we want to rob their stuff because, like, early on we are going to be poor. I'm afraid to say it's one of those where every penny counts. I'm really sure that's the best person to go. Yeah, go on then. Neutral. Well, now I look like a fool, don't I? Okay.
This is a
Fine opportunity.
Use combat arts, yeah. Powerful attacks, but they use up weapon durability, which is not ideal. Can you start on this guy, please? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Wait, we're having a bit of a stinker with this one.
I saw that coming.
Okay, there's one dodge, but I mean, okay, well, beginning to turn the tide. Well, unfortunately, it's not looking great for me. But we should not tank ahead.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Aerials, if you can just finish off. If you can finish it off. Yeah, it misses.
You're weak.
Okay. Well, this is why they were telling us to use combat arts, to be honest. Because, well, I mean, but that 84%. Yeah, we're not really getting the rub of the green here. Dimitri's still standing, so we'll take it. Yeah. This is going to be painful. However you look at it. Right, okay. Well, I think Adol's needs to... Oh, what?
Think this through.
Just hit him, please. Do you have a combat arm? I think I have these, because we're getting this.
Well, how was that?
Quite a few to go. Right, what's our chance to hit? I mean, 97, I'd say.
As expected.
To be honest, Claude, I think we might... I'm looking to withdraw him, so I might use his health. Or he's going to put the axe guy in the
Is that all?
It's really not boding well for us that this is the performance that I'm doing on Okay, but he gave us a lifeline by doing that, so...
Attack when an ally is near.
In the area, easier. Linked attacks.
It's your call.
It is my call, thank you for Like I'm trying to... We will need
Thank you.
vulneraries.
We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Yeah, we could heal.
didn't
Like
give it
those
all.
vulneraries are healing potions, but we're going to need them later. So ideally, I think we're okay. Right, Eagles. They're coming for us. Right, to be honest. Not necessarily in the best position for this. So I think I might drop back a bit. is likely that someone's going to drop. There's not many ways of getting around that. But,
As expected.
switch positions. Never mind. New chance of hitting 84. I think we're going to take that.
You never had a chance.
Right, Eagles. Trade away. Your axe.
Hey! You with the... What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
Cool. Right. So I need you to trade what's the chance of you getting them? 87. So
Careful now.
no, not careful. The absolute opposite of careful. Probably shouldn't have done that. Right, okay. Oh, are we able to do that and then just kill him? 'Cause that'd be nice. Oh, okay, good. Right, fingers crossed, a good level.
Such power dwells within.
Generally want 3 or higher. Cutscene.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis, and I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that? I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you? Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened. There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do? Of course! I must turn back the hands of time! Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
In a bit.
Hey, over here! Huh?
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Indeed. Indeed. Yes. Almost as if I engineered it that way. Well, straight into cutscene.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
So, if I do have one... Well, my first of many gripes with Fire Emblem and these things. We don't know at this point. Nobody's told us whether we are his child. So when I first answered this, I was going like, yeah?
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Yeah?
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
The Knights of Seros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker, former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrigmach Monastery.
If you haven't seen the box, these are 3 people on the box for a game called Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So guess what?
We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Don't worry, Dimitri, there'll be plenty of time for me to lose control of many, many situations.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
No, I really like this. I think this is, like, there isn't much information at all to go on at this point. You're like, playing blind. We're going to be, if it's not already clear, I can't remember if I said at the start, we're going to be siding with the Holy Kingdom of Fargus this time. I have previously answered the other two, but this is, one of many things that exchanges. So
Understood. Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. Each of the 3 is most unique. Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
sick. Alright, good chance. I'm going to save.
Part 1. White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
I really like those bits.
The continent of Fodlan said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Rhea's here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
I mean, yes. It brought everyone else there as well, so.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name? A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros.
I just want to kind of say with this that, like, even though, like, the writing may not always be, like, top-notch, I like that it doesn't, like, especially after Persona 5, it doesn't waste your time too much. It does sort of just get to the nuts and bolts.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well. Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Yeah, that's Manuel.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know.
I don't think that's not a well thought through line, that is. Because Hanneman himself's old and he's totally competent.
I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you. Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Pixelated protagonist dancing to the Bee Gees. So that's us. Looking slightly more normal than our female counterpart with the bug eyes. No, not too normal. Hair moves. Let's meet some students. That's the Golden Deer. We've met Claude already. That's Ignatz, he's a nerd, but he gets better. That's Lorenz, he's a bit of a wanker. Hilda is amazing. Raphael's okay, yeah, I like him. Lysithea, best girl, and Marianne. Leonie, yep, fair. And then over in Black Eagles, we have Hubert, who's a bit on the dark side. Ferdinand, who's a bit on the amusing side. Linhart, who's the best. Casper is a bit of a wanker, and Petra is alright. And Dorothea, who's pretty exceptional. And then Bernie is a bit better than that. And then we have these bunch of useless cretins. That's Ash, short for Ash Hole. There's Sylvan and Ingrid's probably the best we've got. Mercedes, whose voice goes through me, Dadu, and Felix, who might be, he's so fucking far in the closet, he's found Narnia. And our erstwhile house leader. We will be playing as Black Eagles. Black Eagles? No, we won't be playing as Black Eagles, as Blue Lions. In Dimitri's house. That is what we're going to do.
Of course.
But in terms of like charisma, yeah, we haven't picked the charismatic team charisma. Right, go on then. So this is, please.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
You should speak with every student you can. This might be your only chance to see what they're really like before you become a professor. And indeed, we shall. Yeah, quests, for those of you who are not familiar with what a quest is. There we go. Right, so 3 houses is divided up into the combat tactical bit, which we saw in the tutorial, but there'll be more extended versions of that. And then the monastery bit. Now, the monastery bit, we can move our camera, but we're walking on a flat plane. We basically just go around, see if there's any items, any quests, talk to people each month, and do other bits and bobs in this. There's never any like combat in this sort of 3D space. Everything occurs on the tactical map. I really like the feel of this. Like it's a bit. Some would argue it's a bit bloated in the time sync, but I just think it has a really nice feel just running around the monastery. And we will run around it a lot because what we are looking for is our items as well as people to speak to. So yeah.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Indeed we shall. Like you can, there's the mini map there. You can actually navigate around just using the map, which is we may use the map for travel later, but for now it's a bit joyless. Let's go and speak with Adels. Oh, right, okay. So we've unlocked the reception hall, which I think means we can fast travel here. Very nice it is too.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes. So we can go to the house leaders and they'll give us a rundown as well, which helps you make your choice. So this is Adels herself.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant even. But there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Okay, yeah, it occurs to me everyone else is going to call it either Edelgard or some people might call it Eddie. There's only me who calls her Adels, which is force of habit. So you can see here that on the left hand side of the screen we've got HP experience, movement, blah blah. The current class, which is going to be either noble or commoner for everyone, and then the stats. And there's quite varied. The stats will, as you saw from the level up, go up, and they'll go up depending on what current class people have equipped. So we're going to be changing, swapping and shifting classes through the game. Not all characters are created equal. I don't think any student has higher than Adels is 13 strength, like she's right up there. And then there's various sort of things that they're good at learning and bad at learning, and a defining ability seen on the right. So it kind of moves them towards certain roles. So I guess like with Adels, like your those attributes would suggest that you're going to push her towards some sort of aggressive melee role, or perhaps something involving gambits, but more on that later. We can swap display and do this, if that's the sort of thing that gets you through the day. We'll have a look instead at Hubert.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Yeah, he is like a cold ass motherfucker, is our Hugh. Again, like more to magic for him.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Eyre, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status. Yeah,
Ferdinand's... I like him, but he can be a bit of an arse. There's a thing with Black Eagles, like Black Eagles have got big personalities, to get what our house says.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
But he won't. So, Linhart is another magic-inclined Black Eagles person. I really like Linhardt. Linhardt's like one of my faves.
He's the second son of Count Burgleys. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Well, I'd probably just lock him in the cupboard and, yeah. I don't. Casper's not. He's not great on the battlefield, and he's probably the weakest of the Black Eagles in terms of his personality.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Yeah, but Bernie's a bit like, yeah, got problems. But yeah, it's okay. Again, I always sort of imagine, I think I converted her into Team Mage, but I guess she's more of an archer. Really, an old archer rider.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Yeah, Dorothy is like great. She's another really. They've got like 3 solid magic users in Hubert, Linhardt, and Dorothea. Those attributes are pretty boss, and like the songstress thing is just, that's really nice. So, a lot of time for last of all.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Yeah, and she also has grants crit plus 20 when foes HP is less than 50%, which is one of those things that like has isn't useful until it is, and then when it is useful, it's really useful. So Petra's great. The Petra, I have a slight gripe with Petra in that like she, of all the students, is meant to be like a foreign language student, like in Brigid, where she's from, speak a different language. So she doesn't speak perfect English in this game, and presumably Japanese in the other game. In the Japanese version, whoever wrote her dialogue has no idea how non-native speakers speak, which is just so weird because presumably the person who wrote the dialogue is themselves a translator. I don't know. We'll see later. I'll point it out, like how she speaks. Just odd. Anyway.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
Yeah, sick. Right, eventually we'll be able to go through there, but I can't go past there now as the...
Huh?
Yes.
Right, okay. Well, let's start down... Okay, so we can't go down here either. So we're going to be fairly limited. There's Claude. Yeah, let's do Claude next. Yes, this is where the classrooms are. And there's basically like one classroom for each house and stuff in there. So...
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two.
That would be fair to say.
Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yeah, let's do this. So we're going to start at our lowest and then move on.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
So, in addition to having like possibly the worst haircut of anyone in any video game history, which in JRPG land is no small achievement, Lorenz, fancying himself as a ladies' man and being a ladies' man are two very different things. He's all right. He's a bit of a sort of it's. He grew on me. I hated him at first, and I was like, actually, you're all right. And yeah, Distinguished House is a decent thing. The stats are decent. Raphael.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
So, Raphael is a complicated one. Like, in terms of, like, obviously he's got decent strength. So he's going, like, into melee world for most people. And he's got that, chance to recover up to 10% of max HP, which, is not nothing. Sorry, I don't know if I went through the stats. Going... left column, then right column. Strength, magic, dexterity, speed, luck, defense or physical defense, resistance or magic resistance, and charisma. With that level of magic resistance, Raphael will struggle against spells, so you have to be a bit careful. He can tank certain things, basically. He's good and enthusiastic. I like Raphael as a guy. Ignatz.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Yeah. So, Archer, Ignatz, who, we'll be seeing more of his archery skills later. Ignatz is okay. He's a bit dorky for now. But Watchful Eye grants hit plus 20. Like, yeah, that's a really, really nice.
He's the second son, if you ask.
So Ignatz is alright. Best girl.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place,
So Lysithea is a glass cannon, but she gets really good with magic. I know that we've seen, like, Hubert had a higher magic start, but she gets great. Mastermind is a hell of a strength. She's very specific. You kind of have to, like, she's got like 2/3 of the health of someone like Raphael, and she will, and not good defense or resistance either. So you have to be careful with it. But like, she's there. Also, yeah, she's a kid, but like, she's, yeah. I really liked Lysithea. Lysithea was my favourite. You learn a lot more about like their sort of backstories, and yeah, I just thought, yeah, Lysithea was the one I really empathised with. Marianne.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Yeah, Marianne's quiet. She's got like a semi-interesting, one of the more interesting, I guess, like backstories, but you don't tend to get much in the way of brilliant dialogue out of her, as opposed to
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit.
Check this.
If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
I mean, like, if You know, I think Hilda's fucking brilliant. Like, but I can imagine there's large portions of people watching who I don't think I've ever known a Hilda. Maybe if I'd known a Hilda, I would find her a lot less funny. But yeah,
Hilda is if you look up.
But she's good for some good lines as well. And then Leonie's kind of...
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, decent in combat. To be honest, having done... However, what we were talking 120 hours in Golden Deer. I actually really don't remember Leone very well. But anyway, so we've seen two of these. We can actually go and speak to them in person.
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership.
Right, okay. We're not going to listen to every damn thing here. Right, okay, so here is Lorenz.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Yeah. As I say, he grows on.
It's like this.
Ignatz and Vesco.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithea von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
Like, yeah. No, but here it is, the main effect.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Wasn't the Hilda's got... yeah. As I say, Lysithea favourite, but Hilda...
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leone Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Yes, I believe the term that women would use with Raphael is himbo. Yeah. Is that the terminology? Okay, yeah.
This classroom belongs all of us here.
We'll come back to that. Right, yeah, I suppose
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
No. Not a single one. I really actually don't know much about. I've had fleeting dealings with them. This is our chance, I suppose, to kind of get to know them all a bit better by playing in this house, because it's normally by playing with a house that you get an idea. Although that said, even Black Eagles, I knew who Hilda was. Maybe didn't really realise how Lysithea as much, but anyway, Dimitri.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Yeah, so, I don't know much about Dimitri, to be honest with you, because, you don't tend to know, you won't see much of Adels or Claude on this run, because, we won't spend much time with the other house leaders, I guess. What interactions I've seen with him, he seems okay, but I don't know, there's hints around, there being more going on than meets the eye. From a combat perspective, he's very solid. All the house leaders are quite solid. I think Adel's is still the best, but Dimitri probably runs second. He's decent. Dedu is his assistant.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Yeah, the first of the losers. He is. He's good at defending against physical attacks. Like, so we will use to do a reasonable amount until we can get a more. Well, we might even just keep going with him. I suspect, even though Dedu is arguably better suited to it, you can recruit from other houses eventually. And if I can get Hilda, it's like. But I mean, yeah. But again, for all that, you know, incredible defense, like 1 resistance. So if he gets near somebody with a spell, he's in trouble. But yeah, just one of many losers. Oh, but an even bigger loser.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Right, well, we'll not beat about the bush. Felix is a wanker. I mean, a lot of these you think that they're wankers, and then, like, you know, you uncover what makes them tick, and it's like, oh, well, you know, like, like I say, with Lawrence, like, I thought he was a bell end, and then it's like, yeah. So Felix might turn good, but he's got a long way to go. He is unfortunately one of our better combat units, particularly in the early game. So he may not be in the very first map we do, but he'll be there or thereabouts. That, like, 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned is very nice before we get battalions. Less nice afterwards, but you know, it's something. And here he is, the biggest loser of all.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
So, Ash, as I say, which is short for Ash Hole, is he's just like meek enthusiast. Lots of people really like Ash. I've heard people on the subreddit refer to him as best boy. Maybe he's got some hidden potential that we haven't seen, but like it just comes across as a fucking loser. He's got the lockpick ability, which basically sums up Ash. That, like, if we have Ash in our party, we'll probably just try and get him on a horse as soon as possible, have him going around opening chests, and then have, like, other people actually, like, contribute to something.
He's the adoptive. He has an... Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a... skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
No, and then that, if ever there were a couple of words that summed up Sylvain, it doesn't seem to help. He's alright in combat. If a female ally is adjacent, deals an extra 2 damage and takes 2 less damage. He probably will be next to Ingrid a lot, so yeah. Not useless. Mercedes' voice goes through me, but we're gonna have to use it.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
So Mercedes, is a bit of an odd one. I don't know too much about her personality. As I said, her voice just kind of goes through me, unfortunately. You might look at that and at first glance think like mage, and you might see the healing ally with white magic, like, and think like healer, and she is, but she's also not terrible as like a low-key tank, because she's going to be getting healed herself a lot, and she can increase the amount she's getting healed by taking like sort of like drain spells. 9 resistance is not to be sniffed at. And 5 defense isn't awful, so we'll see. Mercedes might end up... She's got a chance to win me over. Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Isn't that... I mean, it's another loser, unfortunately, but I don't know, I get underdog vibes from Annette, which I kind of don't from the Ashes and Sylvains and Felixes of this world. She's a mage, but I make no bones about it. For my main mage duties, I am chasing best girl, and if we can get best girl, then it's not looking good for Annette. So I don't... She'll be around at the start. I don't know whether she'll be particularly around at the end. Last off, and probably the best that I can't really include Dimitri, so I don't know what really makes him tick compared to the other leaders. But Ingrid probably...
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Yeah, she's sort of decent. I always think of her as being like the sort of strongest personality in the house who isn't a wanker. I mean, Felix is the strongest personality, but he's just a complete bellend. Ingrid's alright. She's got as well, like, those attributes. They might not look spectacular, but being like good across the board is worthwhile, and she can get quite good later on, particularly if you're getting her into like mounted or like flying stuff. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be.
I appreciate your effort.
We completed the quest. We got some shit. I suppose we should return. Right, no, we're going to continue exploring. Right, Felix is a lone wolf. I like the juice, kind of attitude. I don't like it.
Hey there. Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meat you.
Don't talk to me, Ash.
This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, Mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. Maybe it'll grow on me. I was going to meet the Black Eagles.
Hey! This is the classroom of the Black Eagle. Our house leader is Prince...
If we haven't been named so far, then we're not going to know them or speak to them. Hewitt's so cute. I like broody boys.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Yeah, Ferdinand's right. Dorothy.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around?
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the Academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Yeah, Dorothy is alright. I like the Caspar. But Linhart.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhart, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhart. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Thank you. I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
To be honest, that's not actually that bad. Yeah, let's go to the audience chamber.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Big personalities. Big personalities.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct? Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
Yes, we may have to be slightly deceitful to rare or not.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Yes, yeah, the fucking president of the Decad Club. I'm fucking delighted.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
For someone who doesn't mean to interrupt, she's got no trouble interrupting.
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students.
Yes.
We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well.
Yes.
Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
We're going to disappoint the Archbishop. So the fights on this, we've chosen to do it on Maddening, and Maddening is quite difficult. I'm not necessarily brilliant at this game, so yeah.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Yeah. Weird.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
No, I agree with you in that. I don't know about all this either. Like,
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Yeah.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
Right.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle.
Yeah.
Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
It's not okay with me, no. I'd like you to go and sit in the corner, please, Ash.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
Hold your tongue, Dimitri.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
No, you won't, Mercedes, not with Ash.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
Don't be too interesting, Your Highness.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Captain Stringer.
Huh, I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder.
Lively.
I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
All I can think about is how good it would be to be in the two houses. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, God, what's this? Oh, okay, fine. Right, sorry about that. Like many JRPGs, there is a bit quite early on. You tend to get locked into blocks where you can't really save. I suppose I could just. I'm waiting to save. I think about it on the Switch. I can sort of come out of it at any point anyway. So maybe we'll do that. There are new places to explore in the monster. Yay, 1,000 gold. That will not go very far at all.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
So, yeah. So crests are. I'm not quite sure, like, where they sit in the lore. Like whether or not. I don't think it's ever even really established, like, how you discover who has one. But it basically gives you an extra power that non-crest users wouldn't have, crest holders wouldn't have, yeah, in our case, like it means sometimes we get some health back when we kill somebody, or not even kill somebody, when we hit somebody. There's other ones they're not like, you know, game breaking. Well, some of them are can be pretty big, but like, but yeah, there's just extra little boons. They're almost always, or maybe even always, are with the nobles rather than the commoners. So I guess it's kind of linked to social rank to a certain extent. So some of, some people in the school will have crests, some will not. It doesn't mean the people without crests are useless, and it doesn't mean the people with crests are good, but it certainly helps.
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Sick.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps, what in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Yeah. Leave Captain Holdo over there.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
Yeah. Each week you'll have one day off and you can choose an activity from this, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So this is the calendar. That's our first day off, which is nice. And then we have the house rivalry battle. And it's Ferdinand's birthday. And we can celebrate by putting an axe in his head. Yeah. So this is the point where we explore the castle, and we will be doing more of a run around, speaking with the people we can, and trying to pick up stuff. We will do this, but we will do it next time because the video is already getting quite long. Maybe I should split them the other way. Right, okay, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.